Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrine's Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Labert, and you have now Internet Hangout. And this one is entitled The Story of Yahanna, ISUPK, General Yahanna, and Tazadaqyah of the ICGJC, arrested and indictment, or arrest and indictment. I should have did it different. I always do that. Moving too fast. But people, the story goes is this. Yahanna TV brand, HOK, Black News 102, Yahanna Studios, started Yahanna University, and everything else. Hip hop channel, everything else that so-called is brand over there. Back in the days, was chasing ICGJC, trying to get them to debate, trying to get them to participate in what I eventually call Hotep Ultra. For those that may not know or have ever heard of that term, that's what I first deemed it. Now I deem it the Black Identity Extremist community, right? A program, however you want to look at it. He was chasing them guys. He started with one of their members from Harlem. I will not say his name. For those who know him, they know him. They seen him. Yahanna even gave him a name and was messing with him, trying to get him to be more part of his paganistic community. So the brother participated a little bit because he was from Harlem and talked to him and dealt with him, but he didn't really want to deal with him. So eventually he cut his ways with him. A little bit after him cutting his ways and stuff, Politeness Yahanna hems up another member of theirs at a bus stop. Same bus stop that eventually, you know, Imam Bashir, the babyface killer, whatever, and Polite will have the big time back and forth about, you know, the Arabic language and, you know, different stuff about Islam and everything. Yes, that same bus stop. They caught the dude and he was like, why you always trying to heal me up? Why you don't go down there and talk to the brothers and this and that? And why you don't go to the camp or go to the church or whatever? And he was talking about Tazadaqyah's ICGJC. This is before they go and bum rush the camp, the class of ISUPK, in which you see the historical footage of a big, you know, muscular African talking about, you not African what you are. And all the back and forth were Polite. Eventually say he caught them with some scriptures and they read the wrong scripture and all of that stuff. You know, all these cats, for us people that one Hebrew Israelites was not heard of at that time. They said they never heard of the House of Conscience until that day in Yahanna, right? But yet and still, this historical day, after months or a year or so of chasing ICGJC, they have finally cornered some Hebrew Israelites, ISUPK. No one knows the people at the time. They really no-namers to the world besides those that follow the ISUPK, radio and doing different things like that. But for us YouTube, they had channels, but they was not well known like they are now. Since this historical day of Sonetta and Polite going down there and amalgamating them into the House of Conscience. Remember, keep in your mind that ICGJC would not fool with them. They was like, those cats are agents. Those cats are pagans. Those cats are this and that. They didn't want to deal with them. But yet, they caught ISUPK and they engaged them. And from that day, I don't even think he was a captain at the time. Tazadaqyah stepped forth, did his little thing, and from then on, Tazadaqyah was a part of the HOK by the permission of General Yahanna, because there are soldiers in the army of ISUPK or whatever, and they don't do their own shit without the commands of their general. So, as I didn't ask before, is Sonetta pimping and General Yahanna hoeing? And like I said, over time, it looks like Sonetta pimping and General Yahanna has been bending over, taking it, hoeing himself out, and hoeing his people out. Even from the audio that we heard the other day, General Yahanna gonna have to come hoe for me and give me a debate so I can make some money and make a clown of that nigga on stage. Right? So I can make some money and make a clown of that nigga on stage and show that he don't even know the Bible, nor do he know his history, nor do we know none of that. But you know the argument at ISUPK. Shit, if you can't take out one of us, we're not finna let you get to the general. The general was not about to come out here and entertain you comedic ass clowns. Unless you bring one of your elders out, blah, blah, blah. Then they don't respect comedic elders. Could you imagine Baba Heru and General Yahanna having a debate? Sonetta will be a well-paid ass nigga. But anyway, this is the story of Sonetta, ISUPK, General Yahanna, and Tazadaqyah of the ICGJC. This is their story, people. It's narrated by Israel Doctrine, Carl Albert. Yes. I'm going to do my best to jog y'all memory, take y'all back down memory lane, and get y'all to see what it is that I see. Not tell you what I see, but just state what I see and allow you to come up with your own statements of what it is you see from what I present and from what you can remember and everything else. So let's proceed on with the story. So Tazadaqyah comes out, make a name for himself. Eventually, he becomes Captain Tazadaqyah of ISUPK, the Kemetic Slayer, the Nasut Slayer, the your wife dresses like a whore, the Kemetic Superman, left eye tatted with a so-called makeup eye, mystery system powered through the all-seeing eye, pineal gland and shit, polite. So time goes on. They set up a debate. Sonetta set up the debate, Polite set up the debate because they was business partners as we come to hear more about their business relationship and how, Polite was robbing Sonetta and all of these things, meaning that whatever the book said or whatever they, had to talk to the IRS about one day, how much money was made how much, taxes was paid and how much money was, we'll get to that some other time. That's a part of the story too. But we want to stick to, building up to General Yahanna and Tazadaqyah, right? Which are rival Hebrew Israelites or Black Hebrew Israelite schools up in New York City, right? ICGJC is really the original One West camp. General Yahanna said he's originally the One West camp. He retained the ISUPK from the original One West camp, and Tazadaqyah and Ariadem changed it to Israel Church of God in Jesus Christ, right? But they are the original. If I'm wrong, anybody from ISUPK, Houston, Chicago, UK, or wherever you from, you watch the video, you don't like what I'm saying, correct the story. But I believe I'm precise with what I'm saying. So if I'm wrong, suffer not sin up on your brother. Correct me. I'm not beyond that. Hopefully you all are not beyond that, which I know you are, but you heard that from me. Now, these rival schools, one not dealing with Sinetta, the other is being birthed into the House of Conscience. The House of Conscience most definitely had birth pains when they was bringing ISUPK, when they was about to crown, crowning is a process of birth, when the head's about to come out, and then, if you know anything about birth. So these birth pains bringing ISUPK in, and the crowning of the top Hebrew Israelite camp in New York City by Sinetta, at least, the so-called Hebrew Israelite God, as he self-proclaimed himself one time. It's going down. This is the story. So they set up this debate. They go to Black and Nobel in Philadelphia because ISUPK got a good stronghold in Philly too. So they go to Black and Nobels to show them love. Umar Johnson been there, Polite been there, business and stuff, relationships between the two and everything. It is what it is. So they go there to put on a pre-debate. Y'all remember the pre-debate? It's where Polite wife talking about a woman can have a baby without a man, But they'll say they don't believe in the Virgin Mary story in the sense of the word. That's the Roman Catholic Church dogma teaches Virgin Mary. The Bible, it don't call her Virgin Mary. So where they get the terminology from, it's man-made. It's a man-made doctrine of the Immaculate Conception. You don't read about, quote unquote, the term immaculate anything in the Bible. This is adding to the text and changing things. But anyway, time is progressing now. While they doing this and setting this up, before they get to Philly, they rush the streets of New York again. They looking for other Hebrew Israelite camps because they like, we finna make all these Hebrew Israelites look like dummies, look like damn fools for dealing with the Bible, believing on some spook God in the sky. The ones that believe on Yahshua, Messiah, Mashiach, Christ, we gonna clown their ass, tell them he ain't real, he don't exist. We finna make a mockery of this whole Hebrew Israelite, Black Hebrew Israelite movement and stuff that they've been seeing for years. And they want to do it on the big stage. They want to do it in front of the cameras. Well, the Hebrew Israelites was with that 12 tribe chart, talking about y'all African booty scratchers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all homosexuals. Y'all eat out of, cow's ass. You know what I'm saying? And all the other things derogatory they like to say about people that don't claim to be Hebrew Israelites, or should we say a part of the lost tribes, right? I would say the lost tribes of Israel, but they don't identify too much as Israel. The lost tribes are Hebrew Israelites. You know, it's a Hebrew Israelite thing. We're gonna give them that. You know, the lost tribe of Hebrew Israelites. Call them by their name. That's what they want to be called and identified as, right? So they looking for general. Is he called a general? Do they use that same? Well, he's looking for Greg Millstone. What's his name? I can't think of this name right. What's up? What's up? What's his name? I can't think of it. I don't see it that much, and people don't talk about him that much. What's his name? Double honors to what they say over there. Double honors to. Well, anyway, the little light skinned dude from that spot, GMS. What's that nigga name? I can't think of his name. But anyway, they get the eldership of GMS. They catch him on the street corner, and Polite confronts him with, so you can rape 12 and 13-year-olds. Yeah, you can rape 12 and 13-year-olds. So you telling me if this brother sees your daughter at 12 and 13 and he feel the lust in his heart that he can rape her, take her virginity because she done started a flower and just get busy with it, and you gonna accept it? Tahar. Yeah, that's it. Tahar. Tahar, Tahar, Tahar. Right? So he catch Tahar them on the street corner, and he get this awesome sound bite of them saying molestation is in the Bible. Rape is in the Bible. That is legal according to God's law. And if one of my brothers seen my daughter and she was on her flower, she started her flower, and he felt the lust in his heart, he can caveman style hit her upside her damn head, spread her legs, and take her cookie. So this is what I call profiling Israelites and Hebrew Israelites now. Yeah, double honors to, that's what they say, double honors to the apostles of GMS, which is, you know, it's biblical to say give double honors. So they say it, but you know, it is what it is. So they catch GMS on the street corner before this debate. They get this awesome sound bite in which people like me, I've been going to GMS on that ever since I heard it, which has been some years, starting from MySpace on. And no one could make enough noise. But all of a sudden, Polite confronts them, gets the sound bite, and then they start backpedaling off of that doctrine. Now, they had a gentleman by the name of Gorilla Hebrew, a part of their organization, at least 5 years, that agreed with that doctrine, that sit under that doctrine and everything till he started the Sakari, right? Just to give you some background, he's a part of the House of Conscience. He's been on Sinetta plenty of times. Sinetta then used him to attack me and attack the doctrine of salvation for all righteous man, woman, and child, no matter tongue, nation, gender, any of that, right? Anyway, that's some one West Hebrew Israelite doctrine for sure. Other people too, but it's damn near branded to One West. So now let's get back to these two main One West leaders and camps, Just have to take you through this so you can remember the history. Remember the times, as Mike say, right? So now, as time moves on and progress towards the debate, they start highlighting ISUPK and GMS, and they start trying to tie the two together. So they get to Philadelphia, and this promotion and stuff is going out and all this stuff. So they on the stage, they doing their thing. Tazadaqyah basically busts his head in Philadelphia in the pre-debate. He should have known he wasn't gonna do good in the debate, right? He was clowning them and his women then, because he was like, you can't take control over your women. They up here, you know how ISUPK. Oh, you're not disciplined. You're talking out of order. You're doing this and you're doing that, right? So they was trying to clown Polite then and do different stuff then. But anyway, time goes on, past. Wow, they in the debate. ISUPK shows up. They in bed with Sinetta in the House of Conscience. Polite being one of the main promoters and a part of it. They get in bed with them. They roll around and they make sweet debate whoopee with each other. Sweet debate whoopee. Polite not really on topic. This, that, and the other. ISUPK got pictures of scantily dressed women and shit. They busting that York. They busting that Polite wives. They saying this is how we're gonna change our community and stuff. The black woman ain't God. So on and so forth. Polite trying to say the black woman is God. He trying to show off his gods, not goddesses, but gods. The male terminology of God, not goddesses would be female. But anyway, it just show you how they mess with the feminine orientation of people. Messing with their mind on some of that Dr. York, you know, Kevorkian shit. Anyway, spiritual Kevorkian, right? So there comes a time with Polite running around like he didn't really did something and stomped them and did shit. Tazadaqyah keeping his cool. You got all kind of white people in the building. I mean, you got New York police in there because you got the brother, what's his name, started the, you know, the Kimmin on trial debate. Quinesibic or Quinesibic, something like that. I can't even say his name now. Brother Q. He in there and a couple of his, you know, European looking Hispanic brothers and stuff and this, that, and everything. I showed the picture of the film before. I was like, look at the crowd. See all those speckled colors in there? It ain't all a sea of black. So Polite running around. He confident that he gonna sell this debate. Similar to the SETI debate that he had, you know, a little while before that, which Sinetta say he lost that one. Say he lost to ISUPK and say he lost to Malik Zulu Shabazz with the sovereign thing, but you know, that was his golden boy and they was getting money together. Well, Polite was getting money and Sinetta was getting pennies. Some Trump change. So time moves on and Tazadaqyah take advantage of one of Polite deadliest moves on them. I mean, it was deadly for him. He took Unet and spent her around and was like, when y'all like to have a wife like that, or when you like her or something like that. Can't remember the exact term. It's been some years now. But he spent her around like, look at my sexual black chocolate. Y'all niggas be envious, jealous. You know, imagine her in your mind and commit some fornication, you Hebrew Israelites. Don't you like this body type, this thickness of my God? And why did he do that? Parade his wife in that way. Tazadaqyah comes back up and he said, his wife dresses like whores. She dresses like a whore. This starts the future sound bite that they let the pale, light, less melanated skin Tazadaqyah come at Polite and said, your father is a molester. Oh yeah, we'll get to that. But now let's contrast and compare ICGJC is not fucking with this clown show. They like, we're not fucking with that, man. Them dudes is Masons. Them dudes got police in there. Them dudes, man, we not messing with them. We're not messing with those heathens. We're not mingling with them Hamites. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're not about to get down with that. That is danger. BIHs. Yeah, you BIHs, that is dangerous. Black Hebrew Israelite, that is dangerous. Messing with those and consulting with those type of demons. They ain't fucking with them. They like, no. I done seen that kind before. We grew up in New York. I know that. So Tazadaqyah called the man wife basically a whore, said she dresses like a whore. And he had pictures on the screen of quote unquote whores. And was like, ain't she dressing like Nicki Minaj and Foxy Brown and Lil Kim? And you think she want to take one of these Lil Kim photos where she bent down on her knee with, you know, on her feet, but her knees is bent and she got her legs open, showing her camel toe? Yeah. Yeah. I think they had the Nicki Minaj shot like that. Whew. That was some woo. That's when debate scenes in New York City was like the shit, nigga. You will pay your money. That was really like the rap battle. HOK. That's when you would hear some stuff at a debate. You could go to a debate. They was having debates, but they was, man, they was brutal. To say the least, to say the least. So time go on. Most people say Tazadaqyah gone. So the Hebrew Israelites of ISUPK under General Yahanna is shown to be the most dominant Hebrew Israelite camp group out there. Now, Sanetta will say, well, Hashadim, AOC, them some bad mom, shut your mouth. But they hadn't did a debate in this arena and showed that they could deal with a Polite, a Seti, a Reggie, a Almond Rod Squad, you know, his little array of talent over there, his little talent pool. So he couldn't big them up. They want to sell her. They want going on stage and debating. You know, Lions of Israel was trying to come through, but they hadn't came through yet. They were still late to the party. Not yet fucking with the House of Conscience brand. So ISUPK became promoted, talked about the back and forth between Polite and Tazadaqyah, or them trying to get them to do a part 2, and this all this controversy catapulted them in the Sadnetta TV world, the HOK world. Yeah, Zabak was around, but Zabak had did a debate with them Nuwabians years before. And, you know, that was even before the Eileen Bay around that time when Seti and Eileen did they debate or whatever. So that was history. People, it starts from Tazadaqyah. You know, and Sinetta knew all these niggas from the street corner, and some of them knew of Sinetta, but they weren't in bed with them yet. General Yahanna, Tazadaqyah, and ISUPK spread their legs for Sinetta to come on in, and they consummated it with that debate. You know what I'm saying? So they done consummated this thing. Sinetta's blowing. Katazai's watching this stuff, and Katazai joined. Later on, Sinetta said, "I'm a servant of the Lord, and the House of Conscience is doing the Lord work." Cause he had ISUPK on this channel. People was going to ISUPK because of what Tazadaqyah did. They was trying to show, you know, ISUPK in a certain light. They was saying we the only Hebrew Israelites, and if you ain't a General Yahanna, your camp ain't shit, your teacher ain't shit, and you ain't shit, and your doctrine ain't shit. If it ain't ISUPK, it ain't popping. This became a constant theme. When they talk to people, they was always like, you need to come to ISUPK, like they recruiting people. They still do it today. You hear Tazadaqyah play on it a little bit now, but they do it a little less now. But yeah, this was, if you don't know nothing about ISUPK, you niggas is sleeping, right? So then comes a so-called non-messianic Old Testament. Not to say they don't believe in the Messiah, the Christ, or the Messiah. They just believe he hadn't came. So here comes Nas Yashavel. Now, Nas Yashavel is going to change the dynamics of the Hebrew Israelite paradigm with scholarship and different stuff. If y'all feel what I'm saying. And finna change the landscape for ISUPK. Because ISUPK, though they claim to speak Hebrew a little bit and stuff and deal with the language, they be buying the scriptures like people to say they are the lost tribes. They get the scriptures, say, and line up on line, precept on precept, here a little, there a little, and make their argument. But Nasi Yashavel coming through, he want to bring quantum spirituality, quantum scriptures, and, you know, quantum being the unseen. The spirit is unseen. The word is spirit, so on and so forth. So Nasi come through, they gonna match him over Sarasu. But unknown to a lot of people, from the early days of Sinetta have like his stage at the Black National Theater, Sinetta saying on that, but Polite becoming the money man, becoming the golden boy of the HOK. I mean, literally putting on golden shoes and everything, golden jackets, hats, and shit. He became the golden boy. You know, even in York's sick, demented coat, he probably was the golden child. If you know what happened to the golden childs in the coat, then York's coat, then you know something. But if you don't, don't worry about it. Do your research. Maybe one day I'll tell you. Right? So, y'all share this. Let people know. At least tell your best friend. Send them a message. Say, man, y'all need to come hear this shit. Anyway. So, SETI was a problem. So, Sinetta, Polite, and other parties unnamed. I'll try to be nice to them. Other parties unnamed basically found Nasi set him up for this debate, fed him some comedic knowledge and different shit. You know what I'm saying? And set Sarasu Seti up for defeat. They also said they weren't going to slander each other in the back. And Nasi came out talking about the nigga do drugs, and he brought his, 20 years of selling drugs and getting out the game with the money and stuff playing. I forget what all the conversation was, but anyway, Nasi slanders him, saying he do coke and this and that as long as you work out. So as time went on, said he bugged the fuck out in the debate, lost the debate. Right? He was set up to lose. Now you got another Hebrew Israelite on the scene. Old Testament, non-messianic in the sense of what people say, traditional statement and everything. Nasi Yashavel. Now who's the king? You got two Hebrew Israelites in the House of Conscience. Who's the king? Is it Tazadaqyah or is it Nasi Yashavel? But remember, ICGJC don't fuck with the House of Conscience. He said these niggas is clowns. These niggas are dangerous. They with that Masonic stuff. Blah, blah, blah. But you got two Hebrew Israelites in the house now. Is any Hebrews in the house tonight standing up? You know what I'm saying? So these two stand up. Tazadaqyah of ISUPK and Nasi Yashavel, Homara Torah or something, however you say that. Sure, Homara Torah, whatever. I ain't said that shit in so long. I can't say it. But anyway, you Hebrew Israelite fans out there, y'all know the name. You know, they love they Sinetta TV Hebrew Israelites. Oh, they could tell you their birthday, when they first baptized and how many years. They got damn near like Hebrew Israelite game cards and shit where you can read the back and what book and chapter they're the most strong in and what doctrine, them Hebrew Israelite playing cards. I don't know where you get them from, but it seemed like a lot of people own some. Or maybe it's a website with their information up saying all this stuff, the fanfare. It bugs the shit out of me. I never got that type of admiration, but I ain't mad. I ain't the mad Hebrew Israelite, because I ain't a Hebrew Israelite. I ain't the mad Israelite. I'm not the mad dude, like the mad rapper. I know y'all want to call the mad dude. You know what I'm saying? So you got a conflict going on here. Nasi want to take on Polite because he could deal with the metaphysics more. He could deal with the quantum physics more. He could deal with the type of terminology and stuff that Polite want to play with and really deal with. Polite is somewhat entertaining this because it was let's get into this Bible, like with ISUPK and different stuff. And Nasi probably wasn't gonna call his wife no whore and all of that, So it was like, yeah, maybe we'll entertain that. So now you got a dilemma going on because you will have Tazadaqyah not getting a Polite Tazadaqyah too, but yet Nasi coming through beating Seti already, about to debate Polite, and if he beat Polite, then he would have been to beat out Seti and Polite. So then he would have 2 wins against 2 of the House of Conscience big boys. Now this would diminish ISUPK and all the work and all the fame and glory and the pump that they was getting coming through the door, being the only Hebrew Israelites, so on and so forth, and being the only ones to debate at this function. Like I said, yes, Zabak, them did it way back in the day with the Nuwabians, right? But this is a new day. So this right here brings dissension amongst people. That is, you know, when you put that finger over your mouth, ooh, we don't talk about it. But for us that was around, we know. And for those that was really watching, truly watching, we in the know. Y'all not in the know. But I'm trying to, you know, initiate you into this understanding and comprehension, this paradigm known as the HOK, and how Sadnetta and his relationship with General Yahanna and his rival Tazadaqyah goes, you know, the rival between ISUPK and ICGJC, right? We need this, people, because as the days go on and Tazadaqyah is locked up and they trying to give him, you know, a big ass sentence, him knowing, you know, the seven heads, the reincarnation, King David, and all of this, and the stock of One West being the original camp, and knowing General Yahanna and all of these different Lahab and all of these different characters. You know, you have a man on tax evasion and embezzlement and stuff. If any snitching may occur, it may occur at a time like this where he start telling about different things and doctrines and stuff that the average person haven't really heard of or dealt with, that they teach. You know, they might start talking about that 2000 prophecy of Black Jesus coming in a spaceship, you know, killing off all the white folks and all of that doctrine, or what the reincarnation doctrine is all about, and him and General Yahanna fighting over who's the third from heaven, who's the comforter, who's, you know, y'all didn't know they was rivals at that too, right? ISUPK won't come out and just tell you that General Yahanna is the comforter and this and that, just like, you know, ICGJC would say that about Tazadaqyah, but they was also bumping heads over that significance, because you got to think, just like the vicar of Christ, the Pope, who sets over the mother of harlots, the Roman Catholic Church, and all the denominations that come up out of her or come out of those denominations. The vicar of Christ is a prominent title because it says he's the replacement for Christ while he's in the heaven. I mean, it's a lot of information out here. All this is on topic. You know, I'm showing the rivalry between Tazadaqyah and General Yahanna over the third from heaven, meaning that it's the Father, the Son, and the head of one of the One West branches, because they are truly, you know what I'm saying, the Church of God, or the kingdom of God, the people of God, and no one else. If you ain't sitting up under the comforter, High Priest Tazadaqyah, then you're not really on the One West in the real camp. Or if you're not sitting under General Yahanna, the third from heaven, these people was actually at war over membership, people, the title of who was really One West. You see ISUPK putting One West on more stuff. So all this stuff is relevant to the big picture. I mean, if y'all just wanted me to draw you give you a lineup like they do in the movies, with put the seven heads and all these people face up, and then just point out who's who and do that, well, you pay me, I'll do that. But you gotta pay me some attention now. Don't worry about it. If you can't get it all today, just digest what you can, come back and watch it again. So Let me see if I can get back on top. So these two are rivals. Their classes is rivals fighting over the one West. Like I just said with the sister saying what she's saying, you see ISUPK putting one West on their stuff even more now. This is due to me. This is a fact. It's due to me once again pointing out a couple years back that Jermaine Grant group is the true one West camp. But you know, ISUPK wants all that. So what I'm trying to say in this is Sonetta is in bed with ISUPK. Been going to their Passovers and everything else. He was never in bed with ICGJC. And as I played the audio, you could go check out on the Carl Labert Israel Doctrine MCEO channel. Sonetta was calling the day that he was at the raid on ICGJC camp and said General Yahanna owes him for this information and that he owes him a debate and he owed the ass of whoever was on the other end of that phone, most likely Tazadaqyah, the one that General Yahanna used as a in between him and Sonetta, his ambassador to the conscious community. So you can see where all this is relevant once you see that Tazadaqyah is supposed to be the man in the conscious community when it comes down to Hebrew Israelites. So for those that don't know, I'm informing them that as the years went by, the rival between Tazadaqyah and other Hebrew Israelites start to show its head. It shows it with the Kemetic on trial debate, because it was supposed to be Tazadaqyah, Nasi Yashavel, and General Yahanna. They were supposed to take on Polite, Sarasun Seti, and probably Shaka up most of whoever Polite could come up with over there. This is how they was going to do the grand scheme, the grand hustle, and get all the money from all the Hebrew Israelite camps. When this didn't work out, seeing that Tazadaqyah could not take a L and really be running with the rest of the Hebrew Israelites, because ISUPK is the home of the truth, let them tell it. In General Yahanna, when he wouldn't allow him to be a part of the debate, as time goes on, they lose the debate, the Hebrew Israelites, and Tazadaqyah look good, and he can say, oh, they just clown ass niggas and they ain't got the truth, because ISUPK is the home of the truth. So this shows how they try to, ISUPK, General Yahanna, Tazadaqyah tried their damnness to keep the dominance in the house of consciousness. I'm trying to give y'all motivation for the phone call stating that General Yahanna owed Sonetta a debate and he owed the ass of the individual that was on the phone in which he was speaking to about the matter. So see, I'm not going to give you a conspiracy. I'm going to give you the facts. And then you take from the facts. And if you see a conspiracy or anything else, when you look at the details and the facts, then, you know, I did my job telling the story of Sonetta, ISUPK, General Yahanna, and Tazadaqyah of ICGJC. See, I ain't got to tell you they this and that. I just got to tell you what they did. And you label it, put a label on it, whatever type of label you want to put on it. Whatever you see the story as being, then you put the label on it. And Divine Prospect, we're not even going to get into the HOK Divine Prospect thing. You know what I'm saying? I understand. People say it's scholarship. He don't really care for the KJV Bible. He don't care for the term Christian. He don't care for English language. He don't, I mean, hey, come on. Don't start me. Don't start me. You know what I'm saying? He's been pulling off his little stuff and things too. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all not looking critical, because a lot of y'all like, yeah, it's a Hebrew Israelite or it's an Israelite. He can't do no wrong. And he could be a part of GMS raping your 13-year-old daughter and be like, but brother, you know the Bible say we can rape them? I mean, shit, I was lusting for and I just raped her. You come on, now that's what the Bible say. You know what I'm saying? So, number one, I don't like Hebrew Israelite shit. So I'm not finna clap for the Hebrew Israelites. I don't give a fuck which one it is. Never have, never will. And I'm gonna call them out when I see them do wrong. And I got a critical eye because of the teachings and the doctrines that they put out there and the things that they make people feel like, you know, it's all right to do, and it's against God. You know what I'm saying? When you teach that it's all right to rape 12 and 13-year-old girls that then came on a flower, that's against God. But people can see that one and be like clear as day, like, oh, that's bad. But other things that people do, it's under the shadow, it's under the cloak of darkness, and light just ain't been shined on it. So a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, people. You know, don't get me started about, I mean, I could go in on the Hebrew War Machine. I could go grab you the old videos and be like, everybody that was in the Hebrew War Machine was in there for their own selfish reasons, not for the community. So, you know what I'm saying? Please, don't make me start. Nah, I can't convert with them. I ask him for a debate or a conversation, and if Sarnetta don't tell him to do it or take his ass and sit him down with Jabari and all of this, you know what I'm saying? He'll debate with the Comedics, he'll debate with Jabari, he'll debate with Zion. That nigga would not have a convo with me. I had to damn near tell him he'll lie and jump on him about some doctrine and stuff and not have a conversation with him. So he pick and choose who he gonna deal with too. That's a respected person. And if you a respected person, you breaking God's commandment. Meaning you a sinner, an open sinner. Don't get me started, man. Just leave the conversation alone about that individual. Because there's nothing you gonna say in here in such of a positive manner that I'm not gonna come with the negative and be like, don't promote that motherfucker in my chat. Don't promote him. If he good and the people feel that way, cool. But don't promote his ass in the chat. And I'm saying that openly, not behind nobody back. And it's not hating. It's just the facts. So let's get back on topic. Y'all trying to get me off topic, but see, I know the story so well that I can get back on topic. So Nasi, Hashah, and Tazadaqyah supposed to do this debate. General Yahanna cuts it though. Because remember, as they said, who stated that? You know, when Malcolm turned on Elijah, it was nobody's gonna follow Malcolm. They too loyal to Elijah. And when I'm saying Muhammad, I can't get people names close together. Hopefully y'all can hit me for that damn train. But anyway, Khalil Abdul Muhammad, I have to say it like that. I've been saying Khalil Money. When he turned against or had a problem with Farrakhan, they had a problem with that. So they say if Tazadaqyah turns against General Yahanna, do you think they'll roll with Taz and not General Yahanna? Right? So that goes to show that Tazadaqyah is a soldier. He's not General Yahanna. He hasn't been promoted to that title. He hasn't been given that title as the head of ISUPK. He's just one of the pawns. And he's not even up there with the captains that was captains before him. You know, supreme captains or whatever the fuck they will be called. You know what I'm saying? The divine generals of whatever order or whatever. I don't know how that shit works. But anyway, so Tazadaqyah take orders. So whatever he does on Satnetta, he gets the green light. Whatever he don't do, he gets the red light. And he probably get a yellow light when he go over there freelancing and General Yahanna hears something and be like, nah, you can't go do that shit no more. All right, I'm telling you this, and I'm gonna warn you and all the moderators here. If you keep trying to big up divine shit, you gonna get your shit put in time out, and everything you say gonna be erased. When I say don't do something, I mean what I say, and I'm sitting here looking at the chat. So if you get sniped by one of the moderators for steady doing it, that's on you. And if I see it, I'm gonna bust you with a long distance shot and get your ass up out of here. So chill. Where my light at? Y'all got me wanna light this goddamn black now. Stressing me with this bullshit. More motherfuckers in the chat when I tell you stop. Hey man, you got a light? We're gonna take get a lighter break. You can go get you a lighter, you know, lunch or whatever you want to do. Gonna take a little break. Appreciate it. All right, so y'all done got y'all stuff. Y'all back with me. We back. We back. Seeing eye to eye. I'm putting my two fingers towards my eye, and I'm putting it towards the computer screen. So though you can't see it, I'm trying to see if we eye to eye. All right. So if y'all understand the story, which I'm thinking people smart enough, and I'm just trying to tell the story without have to explain to you how you should comprehend and understand the story. But it seemed like people are slow. They acting like they ain't got time and want to critique my goddamn campfire story. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got time, then come back later and listen. You need the history. You need the story. That's why people are so messed up in this community now, because they haven't been around and you don't have historians telling the story of everything and how it's transpiring, how it has transpired in the community now. So when y'all see all these things taking place now, y'all ignorant of the chronology, the animosity and why it is what it is. And everybody got a story. And the more you know, the better armed and equipped you are. So I tell you what, because I'm giving the story for free. And I'm giving the history for free. But I'm going to take a time out. I'll do a part 2 or whatever. If I can, I'll probably take out, I might put ICGJC in front of Tazadaqyah and take out of the and the indictment, arrest and stuff too, and do another one and continue the story. Because I don't lose focus of the place, but it's like, I'm not finna let nobody stress me out over telling this story if they don't want to hear the story. Maybe they'll come listen to part 2, which skips all this, and then they can get to the up-to-date history and chronology and things of that nature and save them the drag. You know, think I want to go give me some water and stuff anyway and rejuvenate myself with, you know, that living water and things of that nature. But I'll be back, people. You know what I'm saying? To tell this. Now, I'm going to make this private too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually move it over to the Carl Albert Israel Doctrine MCEO page. So if you want to hear this in its entirety, or you think you want to let someone know about it, tell them to go over there, watch it on that page. They can subscribe if they choose not to. But I'm doing live streams here, and I'm converting them over to the Carl Albert Israel Doctrine channel because I don't want them striking me and causing me not to be able to go live here. Because if they do, then I'm going to have to go over to my man, the Circus Monkey page. You know what I'm saying? And spend some time with him. We going to be listening to him. I'm going to have to give him the green light to go in and, you know, impersonate me. So whoever hitting me on my phone, my battery dead. So with that said, people, we're not going to continue this stream now. We'll holler at you later. Peaceful Sabbath. Oh, I got 24 people. Hold up. We're going to take a vote. Let me see how much more. I got 51% battery juice. So, by vote of hands, who want me to continue the story now? Or who want me to come back later? Tell me what you want to do. Put it in the chat the way you want it. And don't be mad at me because I'm an asshole. I'm going to tell you I'm an asshole. And if you do what I don't like, I'm going to be an asshole. So don't be mad. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. That's just me. I'm not a respected person. I'm an asshole to a lot of people. So you're no one special. Now, don't feel no type of way. We got 25 people in the viewership. Talk to me. What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to go on? Or do y'all already know this stuff? And it's like, to hell with what your story got to say from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I remember a lot. If you wander around, you can gain tons of knowledge. You can cipher my stuff and, you know, get your channel popping. You got 1,000 viewers. They'll like to hear some of this perspective. And they not going to hear it from me because they ain't tuned into me like that. So you can steal this perspective, son, if I give you some more of it. All right, well, y'all hesitate. I ain't going to hesitate.